Hello. If you are watching this video, it means your engine is burning too much oil. There are a lot of material on the internet where they will tell you about the reasons. But the thing what I will tell you, you will not find or hear it anywhere else. So watch the video carefully. As a car ages, its parts gradually wear out. Therefore, loss of oil in the engine is a natural process. If your car is more than 10-15 years old, oil loss is not surprising. This happens to everyone, and you need to double-check a lot of things to find out what exactly is the reason. The reason is most likely a worn-out part in your engine that needs to be replaced. This is often an expensive major overhaul. But what if your car is more or less a new car? If your car is younger than 10 years old and is losing a lot of oil, then it is better to start looking for the cause by checking the oil separator. Due to the high temperature, crankcase gases form in the engine crankcase. Previously, in old engines, crankcase gases escaped into the atmosphere on the street. Now, due to environmental friendliness in modern engines, these harmful gases circulate in the engine. This is provided by the PCV system. What is a PCV oil separator? The PCV positive crankcase ventilation system is designed to regulate and remove fumes from the engine crankcase and to alleviate crankcase pressure, which could cause oil leaks or seal damage. It's a way for gases to escape in a controlled manner from the crankcase of an internal combustion engine. An oil separator for separating and collecting lubrication oil contained in blow-by gas of an internal combustion engine. The separated oil is returned to the crankcase, and the purified gas enters the engine pistons. If the oil separator is damaged, it cannot separate oil from crankcase gases. The oil gets into the pistons and burns there. This is a possible reason why your engine is losing oil quickly. How to check the oil separator PCV? There are many videos on YouTube about this, and please watch. Replace it if necessary. Now about other possible reasons why a lot of oil is lost in your engine. The causes of excessive oil consumption. There are numerous causes of excessive oil consumption. Here are some of them. Improper or poor quality oil. Different engines require the use of specific lubricant blends. Not using them can damage the internal parts of the engine and result in higher oil consumption. For example, low oil viscosity increases heat and friction, causing engine damage. The irregular lubricant replacement can also impact oil consumption. Over time, dirt and debris accumulate, and the motor oil starts to burn. That may result in higher oil consumption and premature engine damage. Damaged piston rings. Piston rings seal the gap between the piston and the cylinder wall. When they are damaged or worn out, they cause higher oil consumption. The engine oil slowly passes through them and, consequently, enters the internal combustion chamber. That causes the engine oil to burn, while carbon deposits form on the piston rings. Apart from excessive oil burning, blue smoke, low engine performance, and poor acceleration are the symptoms of damaged piston rings. Old engines. In new engines, the oil consumption is lower. Over time, the engine components will start to deteriorate. That causes small leaks, meaning the engine will consume oil faster. It is essential to compare the current oil consumption with the maximum permissible oil burning. The symptoms of excessive oil consumption. If you are not sure how to diagnose excessive oil consumption, here are a few symptoms to consider. Blue smoke. Blue or gray smoke means that the engine oil has entered the combustion chamber and is burning away. The causes of blue smoke are multiple, including leaking piston rings, damaged cylinder walls, and worn piston rings. If the blue smoke is consistent, you should have a qualified technician check it. Only by performing thorough tests can you isolate the problem. Low compression. A compression test informs you about the condition of engine components, such as its valve seats, valves, and piston rings. The process requires the insertion of the compression tester into the cylinder. Before performing the test, disable fuel and ignition systems. Most importantly, the engine should be hot since piston rings do not seal properly in low temperatures. High carbon formation in the engine. Oil deposits can accumulate on the engine spark plugs or the bottom of the valves. That means the oil is entering the combustion chamber and burning away. As we have already mentioned, inadequate engine oil and damaged piston rings are the common cause of high carbon formation. Coolant deterioration. When the engine oil gets in touch with the cooling system, it causes coolant deterioration. Apart from excessive oil consumption, the mixture of oil and coolant impacts heat transfer. It affects the coolant properties, such as its color or clarity. Large or increased oil consumption occurs for the following reasons. A short list of reasons why increased oil consumption can occur: poor quality oil, increased wear of piston assemblies, loss of oil rings mobility, valve stem seals don't work, defective crankcase ventilation, oil leaks, oil release into the exhaust pipe through the turbine, oil release in the cooling system. Inordinate oil consumption is often the symptom of a more worrying engine health issue. Once you notice its earliest signs, hire professionals to help you detect its source. We continue to watch the video until the end. Here we will answer interesting question. What are the effects and symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor? How do you know if your oxygen sensor is bad?
The oxygen sensor, also known as the O2 sensor, plays a crucial role in monitoring the level of oxygen in a vehicle's exhaust gases. It provides feedback to the engine control module, ECM, to help optimize the air-fuel mixture for combustion. A malfunctioning or bad oxygen sensor can lead to various issues in a vehicle. Here are some effects and symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor. 1. Decreased fuel efficiency. A faulty oxygen sensor can cause the engine to run too rich, excess fuel, or too lean, insufficient fuel, leading to decreased fuel efficiency. 2. Increased emissions. An improperly functioning oxygen sensor may result in higher emissions of pollutants, such as hydrocarbons and carbon monoxide, which can contribute to environmental pollution. 3. Poor engine performance. A bad oxygen sensor can adversely affect engine performance, causing rough idling, stalling, or hesitation during acceleration. 4. Check engine light, CEL, illumination. One of the most common signs of a faulty oxygen sensor is the illumination of the check engine light on the vehicle's dashboard. The ECM detects irregularities in the sensor's signals and triggers the warning light. 5. Failed emissions test. In regions with mandatory emissions testing, a malfunctioning oxygen sensor can cause a vehicle to fail the emissions test. 6. Erratic sensor readings. A malfunctioning oxygen sensor may produce erratic or incorrect voltage readings, leading to improper adjustments in the air-fuel mixture. 7. Reduced engine power. In some cases, a bad oxygen sensor can result in reduced engine power and overall performance. How do you know if your oxygen sensor is bad? Will a bad O2 sensor cause rough idle and loss of engine power? You bet. Moreover, you may also notice poor acceleration, engine misfires, and even stalling. Bad oxygen sensors disrupt all kinds of essential engine functions, including engine timing, combustion intervals, and air-fuel ratio. Is it okay to drive my car if it has a bad oxygen sensor? We recommend not driving with a bad oxygen sensor as the powertrain isn't running on the correct fuel mixture. Though it may seem fine, if the powertrain is running rich and overusing its fuel, it could start to clog the catalytic converter. Does cleaning an O2 sensor work? A dirty or faulty oxygen sensor is meant to be replaced, not cleaned. The caveat is that if the O2 sensor is simply coated with soot from a temporary rich condition, repairing the rich condition will typically enable the lean, clean exhaust to burn the soot off. However, O2 sensors can become sluggish over time. It's important to note that the symptoms may vary depending on whether The oxygen sensor is lazy, responding too slowly, or dead, not functioning at all. Additionally, other issues in the vehicle systems, such as vacuum leaks or problems with the catalytic converter, can sometimes produce similar symptoms. If you suspect a problem with your oxygen sensor, it's advisable to have a qualified mechanic diagnose and address the issue to maintain optimal vehicle performance. Thanks for your attention, and please subscribe our channel.